possible by 343 Studios.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Nathan343 here, coming to you on this sunny, somewhat March 7th day of 2025. I believe this is the 60 some odd day of the year. So 60 some days, I believe, into 2025. And if you're like me, as the new year starts, you want new things. Maybe you've got new goals. Maybe you've got new resolutions that you've set and you want to keep going on those. Well, I am going to show you a new product from our good friends over at UKing, and they have got some cool stuff coming out. Now I know with Rockville, Both Lighting USA, all them guys, they have the IR4s, the RF4s, the RF3s, RF1s. You guys have seen the good friend of mine, DJ Mike James, who is up there in heaven looking down on us right now. You have seen his RF, or maybe they were IR, I can't remember. I think the IR ones that he had, and then he got the RF3s. These here are the, I've kind of never seen stuff packaged like this before. These are the RF4 version that UKing has. And we're going to, I'm just going to pop one of these out real quick here on camera. They've taped, it's packaged really well. Almost packaged where you got to kind of figure out where it's taped. I figured it'd be, you know, these down inside of a bigger box, but I don't think I've ever seen stuff packaged like this. So we'll just go ahead, set those other 7 off to the side. Go ahead and pop this open. My point of my box opening device is broken loose. So going to, yeah. So if you want a really, really cool video with the same lights, go check out my buddy Chris. He's got a really awesome video of these as well, and hopefully maybe gonna be doing some collaborations with him. So very soon. So right here on top, you've got your, it says 4-piece battery, power light, user manual, for 6-in-1 RGB amber white UV. So they are hex colored. So right here they are. As you can see, they're nice and square. You can't even see the LEDs in them. Kidding, folks, that's styrofoam. Packaged really well. Here is the light itself. And here's your box that you can throw it on the ground and let your animals fight on who gets what box. So here is the light itself. Very, very nice. This handle is a little bent. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that handle is bent. It's okay. If you know me and DJ Mike James, we sometimes make our own handles. I kind of bent that back the best I could. I don't know why that's bent like that, but that's definitely bent. Not cool. There we go. Bend it back in place. I think why it bent was the wing nuts here on the side were loose, but other than that, very nice. Looks just like the RF3s. It does have a screen on the front, unlike the other ones. It has your battery indicator, so 100, 75%, 50%, and 25%. You got some buttons here on the side. You do have wireless DMX built into this, so it's just like all your other wireless DMX. And with this being hex, I would imagine these will pair up with my S6s from Both Lighting and my 6x18s from Sheds. So you do got your power block charger port right here. You got your on button. It isn't, looks like it's gonna need charged. And if you stay tuned to the next video, you're gonna see a really cool way to charge these. Okay, I lied. It's at around 75%. It just took a minute for the light to come up. 75%, which will charge these up. These are going to become my truss warming and booth lights, because you can take these stands and actually set this thing up to shine up at my booth. I can actually take these hang them like this inside my trussing for truss warming. I could set them on the ground, use them for uplighting, all that good stuff. Another thing cool with this, if you don't want to use the wireless DMX, you want a little better signal, they do have DMX hookups, or yeah, DMX in and outs on them. They're the locking kinds. Let me go ahead and so there's your red. Pretty bright. Be bright enough for truss warming and booth warming, what I wanted them for. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stu. Well, we have bright lights in here. Let me go ahead and turn off, as you can see, that's bright red. Turn off the, I've got a curtain back there behind me that's overlooking my porch. So let me go ahead and shut that and we'll get some better lighting here. So there you go, you can kind of see it up on the wall. I'll get a couple of these set up behind me here. I do like that the screen times out. So you got green, green's pretty bright, blue, you got white. So if you want to actually take these and mount these, get a little magnet thing and clip on here, and actually hang these like up on a ceiling or something and shine it like a wedding cake or something, you could do that. You got amber, UV, so black light, you can use these for black light parties. Then you've got some color mixing. So very cool, a little color mixing there. Got dark orange, lime green, multiple colors already preset in these. You got your hot pink, your magentas, your darker blues, your lighter pinks, your kind of a mixture of all the colors. Teal, like a light violet. I think there's up to 30 some. There's 32 different color combinations. This is actually all the colors put on. I'll leave this on here. I'm going to put this down here on the ground. So you can see, yeah, it does a little bit of wash, like it does light up a little bit. I've actually got a light here on my camera that I will shut off real quick. They're not like super, super bright. And I'm sure they make, I'm sure it's just the U-King version. Oops. Go ahead and turn the studio lights back on here. But they are, they're cool. Like I said, I wasn't planning on using these for uplighting. I have my big ones for uplighting. They do have an auto 0, which is kind of cool. So it does a number of different things. But for truss warming, these things are going to be perfect. You got your speed, auto 4, auto 3. Auto 3, I think, is one where it does some cool stuff. You also have sound. It's like you have 3 different sounds. You have a sensitivity. It's like 3 is your strobes all the colors. These are the ones I like, where they strobe, or they kind of flash and then they shut off. They kind of fade out. Those are the ones that I like right there. And then you've got one where it stays on, goes through all the colors. And you've got 0, which is it goes through them, and I think it strobes. Yeah, so 0 looks like it goes through all the different. Looks like it's going through all the different sound active shows, which is kind of cool. And you've got your master slave. You got your LED indicator on, off. Turn it back on. You've got your IR remote. You can change it to auto. Make them go strobe. And every time you hit strobe, it changes the color of what you strobe in. So those are cool. Got your fades. I think you can turn the, yeah, I can slow those down, speed those up. You've got sound. See, and every time you hit sound, it just goes into sound 0. Okay. Then you've got all your colors you can choose. You can do this all on the fly. Now, if these are all DMX together, whatever I tell one of these to do, the other ones are going to do. But you'd want to go in and turn your IR part off on all the other lights, just the one that you're going to want to use to control it. So, if this one, say, is going to be my master, and you want to go in and be able to control this one and the other ones with this remote, but you don't want to hit one button and one do it and not the rest, or the other ones do things you don't want them to do, you want to go into the programming and turn your IR remote off on all of them but one. You'll still have sync with your wireless DMX. They'll still sync together, but you will want to make sure that all the other ones are off, because then you can start having problems where this one changed but this one didn't, you know. So if you do it all, they'll all change together. And with this being super close to me in my booth, and trussing or totems or whatever you have, or lighting up a wall behind me or something, you would want to do that. So in the little box here, you get your charge brick. You always got a charge brick, as they call them. And you get 3 feet. That's a 3 foot from the end of this plug to the end of this. And that's going to plug in right here. So you can take that, plug that into your wall, or what have you. Now, stay tuned, because we're going to go ahead and get these unboxed, and we'll show you guys how these all look. And then stay tuned to the next video, because we're going to be showing you a way to transport these things all in one case and be able to charge them all in one case as well. So let's get these unboxed, and we'll see what these guys can do. All right, guys, so just want to show you guys here the Rockville case that we got for the IR and RF lights that Rockville sells. They do fit the U-King lights perfectly. You can get 8 of them in this case. If you end up buying more, you might need to buy 2 separate cases. Would be nice if they'd make like a 10 unit case instead of just an 8, but they fit really well and they look really good inside the case. I really like how this looks, and makes it super easy to transport all the plugs, all the controllers, and even the lights themselves safely. All right, guys. So I wanted to give you guys a little preview of what the UKing, basically IR4s working with a S6 from Both Lighting and an S6 from Sheds. So the light on the left in the center is the Both Lighting 6, and the light on the right in the middle is the Sheds 6x18 or S6. These things here, I tried to, as you can see what I'm doing here, I'm going into changing the master and slave. I wanted to see if they would pair up with other, S6, S4, the bigger stuff. So the lights will not pair up with each other. They don't seem to pair up. Like the strobe will kind of pair up, but they'll kind of pair up in a kind of way, as you could see, like when I was changing the colors, like the two S6s would change colors, but they wouldn't be the same color as the IR4s, basically. So they're not connecting in that way where they're not telling each other what color they're on. So different colors, as you can see, I put them on kind of a fade and a slow fade, just to kind of see what the lights would do if they would pair up with the littler lights. So one thing to notice there, or to take into consideration there, is that if you have other lights, if you're doing two separate groups and you want them to be two different colors, and stuff, if you're programming them through an auto show or a sound active or something, they will pair up, kind of. As you can see, all the green lights are flashing, but nothing is pairing up to be the same color. They'll do stuff with the remote or your DMX controller or whatever all together, but they won't pair up and do the same thing. So like if you're doing like a red, your two S6s are probably going to be blue. As you can see there, I'm going to try to mess with the settings to try to get something figured out, but we're definitely having some trouble getting stuff paired up. So in conclusion, guys, these lights are really cool. They're not as bright as some of the more popular brands, such as Both Lighting, Rockville's line of these lights. Definitely not as bright as the S6s. As you can tell, S6s are super bright. But if you're wanting a low, kind of like not super bright, blinding, truss warming, maybe around a wedding cake, behind a head table, you're wanting just a little bit of light, these things are perfect. They are 425 watts, they say. I don't necessarily know if I believe that, but that's how I feel. They're nice lights. As you can see, they make a really good atmosphere on my brick stage wall here. I did, really enjoy using them, and I will be using them in truss warming because they will be perfect for truss warming, especially totems. You put one on the bottom, one on top, or you're doing horizontal trussing, you do one on each end. Between the two, they'll definitely light up trussing. You can also get like a little magnet and screw to the little leg. You could probably magnetize these things up to a ceiling if they have the little strips of metal on the drop down ceilings. They do have a 4,400 watt milliamp battery, lithium ion battery. So they're very cool. Check them out. Link is in the description below if you guys want to check them out. Also, check out my buddy Chris. He did a really good video on these. I will link his video down in the description below. And hopefully we're going to be doing some cool stuff with him soon. So stay tuned.